Holly Willoughby fans in hysterics after spotting her cutting a courgette excruciatingly slowly in new YouTube show, and compare it to that Kendall Jenner cucumber slicing moment. Holly Willoughby fans have been left in hysterics after they spotted her cutting a courgette excruciatingly slowly in her new YouTube show, in a scene which mirrored Kendall Jenner's famous cucumber slicing scene in the Kardashians. The presenter, 45, has started her new series called Together on the streaming platform where she cooks and shares lifestyle tips. Episode 1, which was released earlier this week, showed Holly with guest Stanley Tucci as they made a courgette pasta dish together. But some online have now joked children have been conceived faster than it takes Holly Willoughby to cut a courgette. It mirrors a now very famous The Kardashians scene where Kendall, 30, tries to make herself a cucumber snack, but struggles to cut it, as her mum Kris Jenner suggests she should get her chef to do it instead.
Fruit flies taking over your kitchen? This discreet plug-in trap uses light to attract flying insects, then captures them on a replaceable adhesive cartridge, without noisy zapping or messy sprays. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/one right now.
In the scene with Stanley, she tries cutting the vegetable thinly but then quips, "Oh, that's too thin," before adding, "Right, do you want to do it quicker, you do, don't you? You're desperate to get involved." Stanley then mutters, "You're killing me," as he watches her knife skills. Holly Willoughby fans have been left in hysterics after they spotted her cutting a courgette excruciatingly slowly in her new YouTube show. Episode 1, which was released earlier this week, showed Holly with guest Stanley Tucci as they made a courgette dish together. TV producer Emma Smith shared a clip of the courgette scene as fans commented, "This is painfully slow, my brain couldn't even watch the whole clip." Holly's venture into the world of YouTube has been widely panned by critics, with a 1-star review comparing her show to Meghan Markle's attempt to enter the lifestyle realm with her own show last year. The former This Morning host launched her first episode of the show on Tuesday, with desperate attempts at relatability thanks to swearing and unsubtle innuendos with first guest, The Devil Wears Prada star Stanley, 65. Last March, Meghan launched a Netflix lifestyle series, which was blasted, leading to The Guardian branding Holly's show a marginally less agonizing with love, Meghan, while The Telegraph stated, "Holly's dire show makes Meghan look good." On the episode, she joins Stanley in making a pasta dish, which led to The Telegraph's Anita Singh stating, "They are so stuck for conversation that they end up reading out the ingredients list of a Frey bento's steak and kidney pie." After a beer and wine, Stanley kicked off a cookery session by handing Holly a colored courgette, which led to the star stating, "I've never seen one like this before," in a very unsubtle innuendo, similar to her This Morning slip-ups. While fans appear to enjoy the show, the reviews have been lackluster elsewhere, with complaints of shaky camera work and an overlong running time. A shocking 1-star review came from The Telegraph, who referenced Meghan's Netflix show with "Love, Meghan." She writes, "Holly Willoughby's dire YouTube show makes Meghan look good." Not even Stanley Tucci can redeem this 50-minute borefest of awkward small talk, forced swearing, and pie tin trivia. Even Meghan's producers had the good sense to keep changing things up, editing her so she whizzed from rainbow fruit platters to flower arranging to holding guests hostage while potato printing. Alongside a 3-star review, The Mirror complains, "The result is a 50-minute show to cook a simple dish, which might have worked better as, say, a tighter 30-40-minute episode in my opinion." And with only one guest to bounce off, a slightly edited-down version, or in future having several guests with a connection, might make the conversation more entertaining, fast-flowing, and lively. But it seems to be a deliberately laid-back affair. The paper's Sarah Carson, meanwhile, stated, her new YouTube series, Together, is a confused attempt to present herself as relatable. The public either wants honest, unfiltered imperfection or glamour and something to aspire to. Willoughby still hasn't decided which she wants to be. Together is proof that her superpower was always her ability to be professional, not a personality. The Times' Carol Midgley writes, "Will it be a success? Well, it looks nice. Holly may take her fanbase with her, and her profile means she will probably be able to entice a good quality of guest. Tucci was, as usual, effortlessly charismatic and at ease in front of the camera, and his recipe for spaghetti con zucchine alla Nerano looked very tasty. Teasers show upcoming episodes will see Holly joined by best friends Nicole Appleton and Emma Bunton, alongside Katherine Ryan and Joanne McNally. The Guardian's Stuart Heritage also gave the show 3 stars, writing, "The former This Morning host has done a Meghan, rebranding herself as a cookery guru with a YouTube show that veers from agonizingly dull courgette slicing to sweary banter." Meanwhile, Holly revealed even her own children poked fun at her new show, confessing she was out of her depth when she switched from traditional TV to digital, with her daughter Belle, 15, laughing at her efforts. Speaking on Sarah Cox's Radio 2 breakfast show, Holly gushed, "Today is launch day, this is like I'm giving birth today." Yet she confessed she found it weird that YouTube was her new home. It mirrors a now very famous The Kardashians scene where Kendall Jenner, 30, tries to make herself a cucumber snack but struggles to cut it. Her mum Kris Jenner suggests she should get her chef to do it instead in the hilarious clip which went viral. She was like, "Mum, you really don't know what you're talking about," and I'm like, "No, I don't, but I'm learning." While reviewers were left in shock, viewers seemed enamored at her shift from Smiley magazine show co-host to an edgier character, writing, "Glad to see beautiful Holly back, and with her own show, a fantastic first episode. Holly can't wait for the next. I really enjoyed you and Stanley together. Good to see you back hosting. Holly, it really suits you. I've followed you since this morning. You're an amazing host. One thing, maybe have a website to put recipes up. Loved it and looking forward to more." Ah, so excited. Last week, speaking to the Daily Mail's Katie Hind, 7 months after she revealed the project, Holly revealed she was not worried about reaction to the show. She said, "I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I don't want to try to convince people if they don't want to watch." Referring to her stalking ordeal, she added, "I don't fear what people think. I've had real fear. I know what that's like. Your perspective changes after something like that." Holly Willoughby's new YouTube show has the right ingredients, but they aren't used correctly. She swears 5 seconds into it, something we aren't used to seeing her do on our screens in the daytime. But don't worry, this is Holly too, showing how relaxed and different she is now. She is in control and away from the general rules of TV on YouTube, says Mark Jeffries. The former This Morning host has done a Meghan, rebranding herself as a cookery guru with a YouTube show that veers from agonizingly dull courgette slicing to sweary banter. Somehow, in spite of it all, I am rooting for her, says Stuart Heritage. Not even Stanley Tucci can redeem this 50-minute borefest of awkward small talk, forced swearing, and pie tin trivia, Anita Singh brutally wrote. Holly Willoughby's dire YouTube show makes Meghan look good. With love, Meghan is a masterpiece compared to this borefest, the Duchess of Sussex, a veritable Anthony Bourdain. Even Meghan's producers had the good sense to keep changing things up, editing her so she whizzed from rainbow fruit platters to flower arranging to holding guests hostage while potato printing. Yes, with love, Meghan was demented, but at least it was demented in different ways. Carol Midgley thinks, will it be a success? Well, it looks nice. Holly may take her fanbase with her, and her profile means she will probably be able to entice a good quality of guest. Tucci was, as usual, effortlessly charismatic and at ease in front of the camera, and his recipe for spaghetti con zucchine alla Nerano looked very tasty.